What's up everyone, it's the BlightedRa over here playing on one of my Smurfs, and this is just a moderate yellow game, approximately between, it's a mixture of diamond, platinum and gold. So in this game, I'm playing LeBlanc, I'm being the LeBlanc, and we're going to do a general overview over the champion. LeBlanc usually loses against Vladimir, but with the correct targeting practice and the correct pathing, correct itemization, you can win this matchup fairly easily. And that's why I'm here to create a guide for you about LeBlanc. Well, that's how you say the name, I guess. So for the starting item, I went for the room page having Electrocute, Ultimate Hunter. I don't know why I always call it Glorious Hunter. Ultimate Hunter, Taste of Blood, and Eyeball Collection because we get a lot of kills, therefore we can snowball harder. For the starting items, yes, I know sometimes you can start Corrupting Potion, sometimes you can start for Doran's Ring. I prefer to start Doran's Ring against Vladimir. It gives you more sustain. In lane, in terms of mana, with the two health potions, as long as you do not lose your trades and trade carefully in this matchup, it's fairly simple to stay in a good mana condition and and high HP in lane. So it really doesn't matter that much what you start with, but I prefer to start Doran's Ring in this matchup. For our secondary runes, we've gone for Sorcery, we've gone for Transcendence, the one that gives you 10% CDR, and also the one that gives you mana by Mana Flow Band. To start the lane, it's level 1, he has the advantage as long as he uses his spell first. Since he uses his spell after my auto attack, he lost over there. And trying to farm fairly well, trying to stay ahead of farm. Possibly we're going to try to hit 10 CS a minute, maybe 11 if we can. But farm in general is important early on to try to stay ahead of the Vladimir. When he starts having his empowered Q, when he gets his empowered Q, we start backing off a little bit before he gets it, so in 75% yellow. Also try to sneak in an auto attack every now and then. Once you see him auto attacking, you should go on an auto attack for yourself. So if he auto attacks a minion, you win 100% of the time because you don't get damage. You can see that my W is up. We have a little bit of high cooldowns in this way. We have high cooldowns on LeBlanc, 18 seconds on the W level 1. I mean rank 1 obviously. And we are forced to go Q. So we get our QW combo. Try to go for the QW combo every now and then, but no need to take tons of damage for it. As you can see, I'm not bothering to trade with Vladimir early on in the game because it doesn't matter how much you deal damage to him. You need to wait for level 3 so you can execute your combo pretty well. Dodging the Amumu gank by running back around my minions so he cannot hit me with Q since the Kaya minion was blocking. Also make sure to stay ahead in CS. I missed only 4 CS over there, so it's not very great, but it's not bad at all in this matchup because I'm trying to stack the wave and zoning him from CS, trying to starve him, also trying to EQ him whenever I can. Sometimes you should wait for his W. Sometimes you should just force him to use it in that condition. In that situation, I always force him to use his W because he Ws my W, so my chains do not hit. He loses a lot of his HP as he uses his W, so it's a win-win either ways. It would be better if he would hit it after. As you can see, we're still slow pushing against the Vladimir. He's trying to control and freeze the wave, but we're not going to allow that to happen. He's trying to set up a freeze, but I keep on pushing because I know that I'm in a better position and he cannot trade with me because I have mana to execute my combo, and my combo outdamages his combo early game as long as he doesn't Q me. He heals for half of the damage that he hits when he has an empowered Q on the minions and a lot more if he hits you. So his sustain can be a bit frustrating to play against, but nonetheless it's very unequivocal if you don't take damage. Again, we start running for the second that he starts getting his Q, a little bit before. Then we can respond with our own combo, QW, instant QW obviously, because you should remember that your Q is 600 range and your W is 700 range. So if you can Q, you can hit with W. And then don't forget to chain it with an auto attack as you W back into your portal, so you can proc that electrocute damage. A bit of a frustrating early game because he has a lot of sustain. He's Vladimir, nothing you can do about that, but as long as you stay healthy and high on mana, you should be fine. Any Vladimir can or will always do the same things. They all will try to freeze the lane, so this is my time to freeze the lane in my area, so he cannot access my backline, and I'm slow pushing towards him, so I have the tempo on him in lane, and he really cannot go for harass on me, especially when you back out from his empowered Qs. You can always try to look for an all-in or maybe for poke, but once he's starved out of minions when he's trying to hit your backline, that's a good way to start your combo. Amumu comes here for a gank. Well, it's unimportant and unequivocal because we have a great positioning in lane, and it's going to continue on because of the way that I'm trying to freeze the lane, trying to freeze it in an easy spot, so I don't need to contest anything. I get my ultimate and I chain. Instant ignite so he does not heal. He uses W so he kills him, so he helps me kill him. And after that his combo is unimportant. We try to shove this lane as much as we can, but we don't have mana, so it's better if we just take this wave and then recall, regardless of the outcome. Since our jungler, well, not even paying attention to what I'm trying to do, so maybe it's just better if you recall after this wave and not lose lane tempo, but you may lose lane priority. For the items, I got a Lost Chapter first item so I can sustain harder in lane, and for boots and a control ward and 2 health potions. We're winning by a formidable margin, which is manifested in a kill only in some CS. He will catch up in CS obviously due to the positioning of the wave, but we can also farm. Trying to harass him with WR and then landing my chains after I take 2 portals. I take the first portal to get away from his E, and the second portal so I can make sure that my chains are in range. He's low now, so he really cannot contest any minions that I want to zone him off, but I cannot zone him from this cannon minion because his E is AoE. We're maxing our W, by the way, so we can reduce its cooldown and try to control the lane as best as possible. Trying to always slow push against the Vladimir, also surprising him by killing the minions with W and then using the chains. This will work in any elo, honestly. There are so many people who do not even react to it because he's like, oh, she's going for the minion wave, but you're not. And we started to build up quite a bit of a CS lead, leading by 7 minions. So right now we're going for 8 minions a minute. We can increase this a bit, but 8 minions a minute is fine in this matchup because it's one of the difficult matchups to play. But if you're winning early, you can snowball hard, even against a Vladimir. He cannot go. He gets sniped by Jinx, by the way. Therefore, we get to free shove the wave and try to look for plays around the map. We do see the Nocturne going top lane, so we're on need and wanted. We have a cannon minion over here, so we can take plating. Yasuo gets a kill. And we are leading by 20 minions and a kill. So we've gone to 9 CS a minute. We're going to hit 10 CS a minute soon, but this is where farming gets less important and our map actions get more important. For the items that I've bought, as you can see, I've bought a control ward and the potions were still there. I bought my sorcerer's shoes because then I'll complete Luden's Echo, then we'll go Morellonomicon this game. Because they have a Vladimir and they have a Mundo, always go Morellonomicon against the Vladimir. It's the most important part that you should it's the most important item that you can get against the Vladimir. Looking around the map, seeing that we have good vision control. I will control what is over there. We try to look for opportunities around the map. Once I see Vladimir in that location, I cannot go after him, and they should have dealt with it earlier rather than trying to fight it. He flashed Ignite the Jinx, and I know that already, so I can get plating. He gets 300 gold, I get 160 regardless. And that's one way you can deal with a late rotation. If you've gone on, we can see a Mumu over here. That's how you can deal with a late rotation on your part. If you recalled, you should just push if your enemy is not there. Trying to set up for the dragon right now, which is going to be very difficult in this elo. But we'll try our best. Chasing LeBlanc once again. Not the Vladimir, sorry. Chasing the LeBlanc once again. We find Vladimir. We just escaped that battle. We evaded it if we missed our chains. And he's really hard to go in. You can see the RW combo. Then we return and take our chains once more. He gets Nocturne ulted. And then the Amumu shows up. So I pretend that like I don't want to go for the battle. Then I just flash QW Ignite, which ends up giving me the kill. We see that plating over here is really low. We have a cannon minion wave coming up. My ult is on cooldown, so our pushing power is significantly reduced. We get to add to our CS lead, going for, well, almost 10 CS a minute. And we get plating too, to make sure that we're ahead on farm. And this is the power of Doran's Ring, honestly. You can farm a little bit better on Doran's Ring. Over here, I think that I just want to remove this wave over here. So we can make sure that both waves crash and he does not slow push, but we get a reset lane. He loses all of this CS. And we can track LeBlanc again and see what happens. How to lead your team with victory. Unfortunately, over here, we try to go for a really bad play. We overextend, and this shows you how broken Vladimir is. The fact that he just one-shot me without using an empowered Q really makes me question some of the balanced decisions on Riot team, but nonetheless, that was an overextension, and going to that without vision is really annoying, and that's something that we shouldn't have done. Trying to make up for the farm that we lost, going for 10 CS a minute if you do not count the first 2 minutes. While he's at 92, we have the same amount of kills, but I'm ahead by 30 CS. Telling your team to go Dragon is really a good play over here, since Amumu is nowhere to be found around the map, and also your bot lane, the enemy bot lane has just been poked out of the lane, so they cannot really contest. Vladimir is nothing to fear, since he used his ult early on. He shouldn't have it, and he didn't. Therefore, that Dragon was clearly ours. Going for a bit of a quick combo over there. He tries to hit me with that, but I'm out of range anyway. But he always tries to wiggle in and out of range, so you can bait out his spells. He tries to dodge my E, and he does successfully, but little that he knows it does not matter at this point when I got Luden's Echo, because I have 20% cooldown reduction with Transcendence at 30%. We can try to wait out for him. It's okay to tank this, and you need to know that it's almost 1.5 to 2 seconds of untargetability on Vladimir. So you should count it, tank the turret, and use your spell at the correct timing. Now we can start building towards our Morellonomicon. We get a Ruby Crystal instead of Amplifying Term to help us survive some of these battles. Since we have Ultimate Hunter and not Ravenous Hunter, we do not have enough sustain, therefore HP is more important. Try to take that once more time, trying to cheese him, but then Vladimir does a really nice dodge over there with the Hextech Proto Belt. And he heals a lot with his ultimate, and snipes go in from the Jinx and the Ezreal, both of them not landing any success. We can go in for another kill over here, as you can see. Amumu tries to come in, so we know that he's here. We put a ward, deepening our line of vision. We act as if we don't know where he is, but now we try to bait in the fight by standing closer to the Amumu side and trying to act as if we don't know. He wouldn't know about that since it doesn't really look that obvious that I'm just playing the lane as dominant as I am. Trying to bait another fight. We know that Nocturne's going to save us, so we flash outside of the battle. Then we try to return to the battle one more time to pick up the Amumu. So Vladimir is killed by the Nocturne and you kill the Amumu. But you're the main focus. You force them to use all of the spells on you. You try to dodge some. You try to exit the battle a bit late by using your flash, and then you bait them back in. From here, you can just snowball directly. We go for Orb of Oblivion. Our CS has taken a hit, but it doesn't matter since we're leading by almost 40 CS. Walk back into lane and see how things can happen. We try to bait out some of their ults. Dodge the Sona ulti. You need to be quick on your keys. And then set them up for one of your teammates, but if nothing happens, that's fine. We got both of the flashes, so it was a good play. As we try to siege right here, Sona comes in for a bit of a misstep on her part, tries to hit me with a Q, thinking that I'll be scared, but then you can just instantly burst someone without the flash on or ulti on Sona. Because you have a lot of damage going this build, special Orb of Oblivion and Sorcerer's Shoes, you deal close to true damage. Amumu is overstepping. Dodge the Ezreal ulti. If that hit me, I don't think that I would die even. Then call for the second Infernal Dragon as it appears. My team takes it. You can go for the Baron after putting wards. You're really ahead at that point. You can go put the wards and try to defend against them. Double chain the Mundo and make sure to auto attack him as much as possible. Execute him with W. And then that's a free Baron. Also, I secured the Baron. You need to also make sure that your jungler can smite. Thank God that they didn't take the Baron. That's why I Q'd the Baron to make sure that I get it, not the Ezreal ulti. At this point, we're pretty far ahead. We have Morellonomicon and 180 CS at almost 20 minutes, which is good. Vladimir goes in. Once he W's, he's dead. We get to go for this inhibitor at the moment, and then basically from now on the game is just a huge snowball. Recall, no need to stay over there. And then we find a Mundo, so you just try to hit him with red buff auto attack, and then he's just dead. Once you slow the target, you can guarantee landing the chains because they won't be able to dodge it since they're slowed, so that's why red buff is a good buff on any champion, to be honest, but on LeBlanc it's really important. This is Electrocute LeBlanc, and let's just watch. Trying to go for the Vladimir. Vladimir just pulls out. We see that Ezreal is out of his form. He flashes away again. Amumu, you can try to bait the Amumu by forcing him to chain you, or like acting stupid sometimes because he doesn't understand that you deal a ton of damage. I don't know what he was doing, what he was thinking, but from that point you can just get a kill. As in for the scoreboard, you can see it right there. I don't have the highest CS, but I have the kills participation. Sona dies with the Q ignite. She flashes as well because remember she flashed at the same time that Ezreal flashed, so it's only natural that she would have her flash. And here you basically just end the game and you win. Well, that was the BlightedRa with the guide of LeBlanc, and this was the specific guide for the matchup Vladimir versus LeBlanc, showing you the itemization and order priority. After this, we would have gone for Death Cap and would have gone for Void Staff, and then one more item of your choice. It can be Rallies and no, yeah, you can have that item. You can even go for Zhonya's or Banshee's Veil. So one of the 3 items that you can use. You can see that they have a little bit of magic resist, that they were too late to build it. Since you snowballed really early, it's really good on LeBlanc. Also Infernal Dragon really helped. And the next dragon would have helped as well, since we can't tell what it is. Oh, it's just a Cloud Dragon. So that's been the BlightedRa with Sky Coach. So I'll see you on another guide.